Well, hello everyone in Chatham, Kent, and wherever else you may be watching from. Greetings from Schravenzande, the Netherlands. Yes, I am in Holland, but I still want to do my Cheer Corner video for you. Now, if you see a wobble in this video, it's because I have the laptop sitting on ice packs. Mac products, I mean, I love my Mac, but this Mac laptop, it seems to be a lot of work for it to do a video. And so it starts making all kinds of rushing wind sounds. So putting it on ice packs helps cool it down, but it's not the most stable environment. So let's see how it goes. Today, let's switch this over. Let's see. There we go. We're going to be making this cute card. And I don't have the stamp set with me that says "to the coolest friend ever." Let's just turn this sideways a little bit and then you guys have it straight. But I thought I would switch it with this one because that is a fun stamp set too, Joyful Life. And I'm going to use the stamp "Friends Like You Make Life a Joy." So this time I am going to give preference to people who can nominate someone um, in the European Union. Okay, so anyone on this side of the pond. Mind you, if I don't get any nominations from someone over here, then I will send it to someone in Canada for sure. But me sending mail to Canada now is, yeah, more expensive, of course. But happy mail is important, and I want to do this. So let's get started. I'm going to start with making my card base, and I've got an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper here, and we're going to turn that into 2 cards. And since it's folding like this, sideways, so I want the fold at the 5.5 mark. So at the 5.5 mark, I'm going to move my blade out of the way. It's the gray blade that does the scoring. So back and forth a few times with that one. Then I have this nice line in there. And then we're going to turn it to 4.25 and cut it in half. There we go. Now we have 2 cards. See? We're just going to fold it in half and we're good to go. All right, I'm not going to put my cutter away because now I need some pieces of white. I'm going to start with a piece of white that's 4 inches by 5.25. So we've got 4 inches. Now we're going to turn it, go to 5.25. And then I'm going to cut, a second one at 5.25 because I need another one to tear some layers. Okay. So maybe we'll do that before we even do anything else. So I have this little trick. Let's see, I can't see myself. I need 2 layers in here to make snowbanks. See, one this way, one this way. Now to make it an easier tear, I can use a water pen. You could just use a paintbrush and a little jar of water, but I'm just going to draw a line kind of the way I want it to go. And then you can tear along that wet line. You can't really see it, but you can. It will just go on that weakest point, which is really cool. See, so now I have my first mountain. And then the other one, I can just turn it around and use it like this, but I want it to look a little bit different. So I'm just going to draw another line. There, I don't think it looked that much different, but at least it won't be exactly the same. There, and that kind of edge makes it like for a double snow. Very cool. So now I want to just make that edge nice. I'm going to use a brush with some Pool Party ink. And I'm just going to dab it on like so. And just rub it. Now this brush already had some darker blue on it, so I'm probably not going to get the same shade. I'm getting a mix, which is fun. And we know that snow isn't blue, but ice can be. There. It just adds to the whimsical look of the card. All right, we're going to leave it like that for a minute. Oh yeah, and then the other thing I want to do is see in behind here, it's kind of got a blue background. I'm going to do that on my base. So I'm going to guess a little bit and go off like so, and then really light circles. I just want a hint. There, we just don't want a pure white background. Okay, I think that'll do. And now that piece can go on my card base. So this is just the part that's not as much fun. But it's good to see how easy it is to make a card. And then the star of the show today, there's going to be very little stamping. There's going to be some cutting. And I'm just going to slide this so that my margins are fairly even. There. And why don't we do our stamping now? I'm going to see if it will fit on this piece. I wanted to use my stamp lattice. Yeah. So I have this tool, and I'm going to just lay that piece of paper right in the top corner. And now I need to find my stamp. Here it is. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to fit, so I might have to use a different piece, and I think I will. I'm not going to use that tiny little piece. I'm going to use a big piece that I have here, and I'm going to put this right there. And then in a minute, I'll see if it's straight or not. It looks pretty good on there. I'm just moving it a wee bit. And if not, I'll trim it straight. Doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna stamp that with this Misty Moonlight color. Oh, I got my fingers in it. It happens. So tap, tap, tap. And just fold it shut. Give it a little press. And that actually looks quite perfect. So we'll leave it like that. And put this over here. We'll just trim it down. And that way we have everything done before we do anything else. Just going to there. Now this one's going to be a little bit wider than the other one. That's okay. And we'll just trim it on the other side. We'll make it an even 2.5 inches. And then I want to trim a little piece of this really pretty paper here, this shimmer. I just want a little piece of that. I'll go with 1/2 inch. And then the other one was 2.5. Here we go. And I'm going to do this now so that it can dry. We're going to put some liquid adhesive on the bottom here. So I hope you're thinking about who you want to send this card to. It's a lot of fun to hear you guys' nominations. And it's really nice to send happy mail. I really do believe that you could change the world one card at a time. Okay, so we're just going to move that aside and let it dry. And now we're going to go back to our card and see how we're doing here. There we go. So it looks pretty boring right now. Eventually, this is going to go here, and this is going to go like so to make some snow hills. I've already cut out one little snowman. Let me see. He's going to go up here. And now we're going to do the rest together. We're going to take a snowflake. You can even make your own snowflakes. Cut some out of paper. But I have this one. And it's going to go in that corner. One side is plain white, and the other side is iridescent white. And it's going to go under here. And now let's take a look at this cute paper that I have. It's penguin paper. I've cut the snowman out of here. We're going to cut this penguin, and we're going to cut the polar bear from here. So it's amazing what you can do. You could use stickers too if you wanted to, but there's something about cutting out from paper that just, you have to work at it a little bit. And so you just cut roughly around your creature that you want to cut out. And then after you've got it cut out from your paper, then you can do the fine cutting. And there's just something rewarding about having to do a little bit of work for it. So here's our polar bear in the rough. And here's our penguin. And we have a penguin stamp set, but I forgot it in Canada. So I can't use the penguin stamp set. That's where those cute words were from. Okay. Let's have a look. So when I cut things, I always like to start with the detailed parts first, because then I have more to hold on to. So, and you don't have to worry too much about being absolutely perfect. Leave a little edge. And I was tempted to cut this out before doing the card, but I thought, well, I kind of want you to see how it goes. I mean, it's not complicated. But, and when you turn the paper, That's easier than turning your scissors. It's another little trick. And we're always more critical of ourselves than other people will be. People are just so happy that you've made them something, that you thought about them, and that you made a card for them. I mean, how awesome is that? I got into making cards when I was still a scrapbooker, and I didn't like using stickers because stickers are once and done, whereas stamps you can use over and over and over, so they're actually more earth-friendly. And then when you have everything coordinating, it just makes it so easy to make something beautiful. Okay, so here we have our penguin, and now we're going to do our polar bear. And the polar bear is really super simple. He doesn't really have any complicated edges. He's sitting kind of flat on the ice, little spread eagled. And he's smiling. These creatures just make you happy. It's the little things in life, you know. Things don't have to cost a lot to bring you joy. And oftentimes what people want the most is time with you. He's got a little tuft on his head, so I'm just going to go around a little bit. Hopefully I'm not cutting off his ear. It's a very light background. And I'm finding my eyes are a little weird these days. Maybe it's from flying. Okay, so I have my snowman. So what I'm going to do is put the snowflake down first. Okay, we're just going to put a little bit of adhesive just in the middle here. There. The snowflake is super light, so it doesn't need a lot of adhesive. And I'm just going to put it like so. There. And now I'm going to put this on. And I'm just going to put it on the bottom pieces so that I can tuck things in at the top. So I'm just going to put it around the 3 corners. It's kind of like a big envelope. Go right to the bottom, I think. I didn't want this hill too high. Maybe a little bit up. Okay. And I should have popped it maybe, but I didn't. I did on the other card. On this one, I'm going to pop it up with some dimensionals. And a dimensional is just a little foamy thing. These are little guys. And they just give a little bit of height or dimension to your layers. Oops, that one didn't go on very well. And then you just take, they have a little sticker backing. I'm going to move that one. There. And we're almost done. So you can see that even with the fussy cutting, this card did not take a long time. There, I'm lining up my corners. There. And now my snowman, he's going to tuck in a little bit like so. I'm just going to lay him there for a minute so I can see how they're going to go. The penguin is going to go here. He's saying, hey guys. And my polar bear is going to go here. He wants to go down a little bit. Well, that's not working very well. See, I should have, oh well. Yeah, I don't like that. You know what? I'm going to mutilate my polar bear. This is going to be underneath the snowbank anyway. I'm cutting his paws right off. There, now he's lower. And actually, you know what? I'm going to cut this paw off too. Okay. Only we know that I did that. That makes it for easy cutting, doesn't it? Okay, so he's going underneath here. Oh, thankfully this glue dries clear. You won't see that. There, go like so. Penguin is going to go underneath. You don't need a ton of adhesive either. There. And the snowman. We could pop him up, but we're going to tuck him in. There, he's going to stay up a little bit higher. Whoops. All right, and then the last thing we want to do is look. Friends make life a joy. And we can lay that flat or we can pop it up. I think I'm going to lay it flat because if I mail this card, if it gets too thick, the post office likes to charge you more money. So you don't want it too thick and you don't want it too heavy. And then we should put something in the inside. So let's get our trimmer and we're going to just cut a piece. So that piece has to be 5 1/4. by 4. Go. And I'm wondering if we're going to just put this polar bear, I think. Who's the cutest? Oh no, this one. Oh my goodness, the hedgehog. I just see this. Do you see the hedgehog? I'm just going to move this. The hedgehog has a little bowl of apples and a little bit of holly. Or who knows, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be apples. It could be any kind of fruit. It could be donuts. Maybe it's donuts. So we'll just put that on a block. And we'll get some black ink. And then you can color this later, or you can leave it uncolored. And then whoever gets your card can color it themselves. Isn't that so cute? Okay. And then that's it. You could put a Merry Christmas in the inside if you wanted. Yeah, there's even a season's greetings here. We can do that. I didn't realize when I got this set that it was suitable for Christmas, so that was a nice surprise. A little bit of blue ink. And there we have it. Oh, nice surprises. Sometimes, that's the first time I'm using this stamp set, so I didn't realize how awesome it was. I liked it for the happy bear on the bike. That's really why I bought it. Okay. There you go, guys. That's the card for today. I hope that I look forward to hearing what you have to say. And I'm hoping that my video didn't stop. My laptop timed out, but all right, here we have it. Let's see. The cards don't look too different. Let's put them side by side. The coolest friend ever and friends like you make life a joy. So you can't tell that I cut off the bottom half of my polar bear to make him fit in the snowbank. So anyway, guys, have a super day. Thank you for joining me. And I hope to write a blog post today, thepamperedstamper.com, and I want to do a Happy Mail in Holland contest. So if you want to send me Happy Mail, I will put my address in there, and maybe I'll put it in on under here too in the comments. And it's fun. If you send me a card, I will blog about it. And I'll also talk about whatever town, wherever you send it to me from. I like to look up some information and kind of talk about that too. It's kind of nice to unite with cards. All right, have a super day. Bye.